My name is Mark Miodownik. I'm a scientist and engineer at UCL, University College London. I'm director of the Institute of Making.
Okay, so we're here to talk about Elutec. Can you just give us a bit of background to this new academy?
Well, I mean, it's, I think if you want people to be engineers and you're interested in them understanding why engineering is both interesting, fascinating, rewarding, and something that's worthwhile doing, then you need to give them an education that reflects the fact that engineering is about doing stuff. It's about creating new things, and the best education for that is not just sitting down in a classroom and reading and writing. You actually have to do stuff. And so the whole point of Elutec is that part of what they do at school should be making things, doing things, understanding how the world works by actually getting hands-on.
Sure. Now, there'll be some people listening thinking, fine, you're interested in engineering, but you still need to know about the other stuff. How are Elutec going to incorporate the traditional syllabus into their new one?
Well, it's not about not teaching the traditional syllabus. So the traditional syllabus will be taught. It's just how you teach it. So some people find looking at a textbook and listening to a teacher the best way to learn about, let's say, physics or chemistry or English or history. But other people have to actually do stuff in order to make those facts or make that understanding about how the world works make sense. So it's not so much that the syllabus is that different, it's that it's a different way of learning, a way in which you're not sitting down quite so much.
Okay, right, great. So what facilities can future students expect from Elutec?
Well, it's really exciting because we've got state-of-the-art workshop facilities. So people are going to be able to, the students are going to be able to get hands-on, make stuff. They're going to be able to interact directly with our engineering sponsors, spend time with those engineers. So this is our major sponsor is Ford, but we have other companies involved such as Network Rail and other. There's going to be a growing number of engineering companies who are on board with this school. So they're going to get to be in an environment that's a professional engineering environment. So instead of going to school, they're going to a place called CME, which is already an innovative centre for engineering, has lots of links with the local engineering companies, and so they'll feel part of the working life as well as learning. And I think that's a really important. Well, it's a different way to have a school life, and I think it's really important that people have options. That different ways of teaching suit different people. And for me, it's absolutely certain that if you're the sort of person who likes to make stuff, you like to create things, and in order to understand those things, you're going to need to understand physics and chemistry and maths, sure, and you're going to need to be very good at communications. You need to understand history and English, but you need to feel that you're part of of who makes stuff in the world, and that's important that Elutec will offer that.
Sure, it sounds extremely, it sounds very exciting. A lot of people listening may be thinking, this sounds like a bit of an elite place. Who can come to Elutec? Who can take advantage of these facilities and these opportunities?
I really don't think it's about elitism at all. Everyone, it's open to anyone, right, from 14 upwards. And the important thing to note is here that it's just about providing a different way to learn. So some people, the traditional way of learning suits them, and that's fine. Not saying that's a bad thing at all. But for other people who feel that that isn't what they like to do, or that doesn't get the best out of them, they should think about coming to Elutec, because Elutec really will provide a completely different way to approach the syllabus, to approach life and your future prospects.
Sure, and does it cost any more to go to Elutec, or is it the same as just any ordinary school in that respect?
Well, it doesn't cost anything. It's a public school. Everyone can. I mean, it's part of the local authority provision of schooling, and in fact, people can come from far and wide to attend Elutec.
So it doesn't have to follow the same sort of catchment area rules as other schools have to.
Right. Well, I don't know the answer to that one exactly, and maybe not best to ask me about that.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm pretty sure I know that we don't have to take. I know we're taking people from a long way away, but I don't quite know what the rules are.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, on to the open days then. A few open days coming up. Understand you're involved in one of them. What's your role going to be?
Well, okay, so why come to an open day? First of all, schools are fundamentally about people, aren't they? They're about who is going to be involved in the school, who's going to do the teaching, who's also involved in setting it up, and what's the ethos? What's that? In a way, it's a flavour in the mouth that you're trying to get. Like, okay, what is this all about? So first of all, you get to meet us, people who are setting up the school, people who are going to be teaching some of the syllabus, the engineers involved, you're going to get a flavour of the kind of way in which it's going to be taught. So I'm going to be there showing people that, you can understand engineering by looking at equations, and that's really important, but you can also understand engineering by doing experiments and making stuff and failing, and those are kind of very important learning things. So I'll be there demonstrating lots of different weird technologies.
Sure. What would you say to someone who is listening to this and thinking, I'm kind of interested, but I'm not sure? What would you say to them?
Well, I think that anyone should come who feels like they would like to give their children a different option for learning about how the world works and to give them different prospects for jobs in the future, and who wants to have an entertaining day out. I mean, you can't ask for more than that.
Definitely not. Is there anything else that you'd like to add, Mark?
I think Elutec is going to be one of the best schools in East London, and it's really exciting to be involved in it. And I'm really proud that we're going to offer the children of today a different way of learning.
Sure, I know. I would have appreciated that at my school, so sounds fantastic.
Great.
Well, thank you very much for speaking to us, taking the time.
Sure, no problem.
Cheers, and good luck with the open days.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.